Good man. Welcome back to another episode of Lead with Purpose. It's the host, Low Key Lil. You feel me? And we back with another one. We've been gone for a little minute, but we are back on track, and we're gonna come back with chapter 7,
Yeah, life happened.
the law of respect.
We
So
back.
yeah, we better dive right into it, and yeah, let's do it.
Okay, chapter 7, the law of respect. It actually tells the story of a black American hero. Shout out Juneteenth.
Shout out Juneteenth.
Harriet Tubman, because it it talks about how she does not look the part at all. She can't read or write. She jumps from job to job. She left her husband.
Mm-hmm.
She had the dark brown weathered skin. She didn't look like the typical leader that she would go by, but we all know the story of Harriet Tubman and how many people she set to freedom. So why was so well respected? Well, they talked through it through the chapter,
Mm-hmm.
and there are several factors that attribute to her being such a great leader.
Yeah. So there's basically 7 factors that go into it. Number 1 is natural leadership ability. Number 2 is the respect for others. Number 3 is difficulties overcome. Number 4 is courage. Number 5 is success. Number 6 is loyalty. Number 7 is value added to others.
That's it.
And that's the big 7.
I like this. I like this chapter because it shows that you don't have to be a great leader at everything. Like as a human, you're going to have deficits somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
but you can still be that great person in another lane or another type of outlet. Like she wasn't a leader maybe she wasn't a leader in the classroom or whatever the case may be, because it says she couldn't read or write, but she found a way to get people to follow her um, throughout what she did through her life. And
Yeah.
it was those factors we talk about. All right, so
7
let's dive
factors.
into the factors.
Yep.
We got to dive into factors. Number 1, natural leadership ability. It says uh, first and foremost is leadership ability. So there's people in your life that are just natural leaders. Like those people that jump out to the front. They take the role in certain aspects. It might not even be that they take the lead all the time.
Yeah.
They might just be like, okay, I really like to do this type of project,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take the lead here. Or you'll have another person that says, okay, well, if you take the lead there, then I might do
X, Y,
the
Z.
organization
Yeah.
somewhere else. Those are natural leaderships. Those are the natural leadership ability that you'll see, and it doesn't pop out all the time, but you can tell the people that are natural leaders.
Yeah, definitely.
You have any example?
Some natural leadership that I seen. Prime example that I could think about is my coach from college.
Okay.
Coach, shout out Coach Spearman, man. He is one of the coaches that I seen just have natural leadership. Like no matter what your background was, no matter where you came from, how you grew up, like he was one of them people. Like if he was talking, everybody was all ears, all eyes. Like he got everybody's full attention.
What do you think attributed to that though?
I just think I think like he as the type of person that had command over a room, like without having to really say too much. Like when he walked into the room, you felt his presence. Like like Coach Spearman's here. Like we gotta tighten up. Like even when I was like on my recruiting trips and everything like that, like I talked to plenty of coaches, head coaches, my like.
Was he overly aggressive?
No, he wasn't overly aggressive. He was overly chill. He was chill, but he had that switch. Like yo, when it's go time, it's go time. And when he walked into the room, you knew like it was one of them. Like, oh, I gotta sit up. Like we're not playing. It was one of them. So like he's a prime example of like natural born leader. Like he just has the ability.
Because he's not trying. It looks
Not
easy
trying,
to him.
and it's like he just gains like has the respect of the room without even having to say a word. Like
He's here. We got.
he's here. We gotta tighten up. Like or if he's around, like like yeah,
What
we're
happened
not
when
doing
boys
that.
didn't tighten up around them?
When boys like number one, I feel like he like lost respect for you. Like that's one of them people like you want him to respect you
Yeah.
tight.
Okay.
Like he was one of
Okay.
them people like, oh, if I got
You don't
Coach
wanna
Spearman on my
you don't
side.
wanna
Like yeah,
disappoint
like
him.
if you're on his bad side, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like you
Or
want
Coach
him.
Spearman's mad at you?
Yeah, like Coach
Okay.
Spearman's mad. Like it's one of them. Like you ain't talk to Spearman. Oh, you tripping, bro. Like he's not rocking with you. You're crazy. Like he was one of them people like you want on your side.
Okay.
Type.
So natural born leaders. Okay. Coach Spearman's our example.
Yeah,
All right.
our example for the
Respect
day.
for others. The one common characteristic all leaders possess is the ability to see more than others and before others. This gives leaders an advantage. Dictators and other autocratic leaders use this ability to gain power and benefit themselves, and they often rely on violence and intimidation to keep it. Leaders with poor values use their advantage to exploit and manipulate others. In contrast, though, respect for others sets good leaders apart from bad ones.
Yep.
Good leaders understand that much of leadership is voluntary.
Yep.
Right? When leaders show respect for others, especially for the people who have less power or position than theirs, they gain respect. I think this was a big one because when you get power, you cannot abuse it.
Yeah.
And just because somebody is lower than you, just because somebody doesn't have the title that you have, that does not automatically make them worthless or beneath you.
Right.
And I don't have any clear examples right now, but I don't have a name to put to it, but I'm able to feel when I can see that somebody used their position to say, okay, since I have this position, you can be a, what do you call it? You're beneath me, or I'm just gonna use you. So like you gotta do something for me right now because I'm the leader.
I don't even want to say it was even. I don't even think mine's just based off of like a position. I'm thinking just more like off a resource thing. Like I got more resource than you got.
Yes.
So I say, yo, you need to do this in order to gain some of my resources. Like I feel like you're just using your resources as a way to be like, oh yeah, they'll do whatever I say. Like
that's
basically
how some of this harassment and stuff pops up because somebody got resources or money or they're providing some type of lifestyle and then they be like, okay, I can exploit you.
Yeah, like, and I just think like when you start doing that stuff, like you're not really respecting them. You really have zero respect for them because you're using like whatever you have to get something either out of them or for them to do something for you in order to like transactional type relationship.
You know what's really crazy about this when I think about it, Lil? There's been times where I've seen something shiesty happen and I'm like, yo, that's not even a thought that would cross my mind to do to a person.
Yeah.
So like a lot of this, when we talk about respect for others and like somebody showing you that they're like in it with you or they're not trying to exploit you, some of the things that people do, I would never even think of that. So like it's not even in my scope of perception. So that's some of the wild stuff that is out there in the world. But if you're a good leader, you have respect for others and you're not going to do stuff to exploit them just because you have power over them. And I always bring this back to the coaching aspect of like if you're a head coach, don't have your position coaches or your assistant coaches doing something outrageous just because you can, or don't have them doing crazy like crazy activities and choices. Not mine doesn't. So like, but you know what I'm saying, like you can have a head coach just because you have the position.
They start wilding.
You start wilding because you think people should just be underneath you. So. Or you get somebody that's like at the head of a company and he's
just because I say whatever I say goes and like nah. And it says like when people respect you as a person, they admire you. When they respect you as a friend, they love you. When they respect you as a leader, they follow you.
Yeah, and if you continue to respect others, consistently lead them, you will continue to have followers. So that's pretty dope. Difficulties overcome. That's number 3 for how somebody can gain respect. Respect is gained on difficult ground. Anytime leaders care enough about people to positively confront them, to help them solve a problem, overcome a blind spot, or change a destructive behavior, both of them grow. This is hard for some. This is hard for me. This is hard for a lot of people. So like, if you have an issue, and as the leader, whether it be by position, whether it be by choice, if I have to confront you, we got to both grow together. Yeah. And some people don't be willing to do that growth. Like if you see, like this is also something for, like people that are grown up. If you see your friend in the hallway when you know he's supposed to be in class, a good leader was tell him like, yo,
bro, get to class.
Go to class.
And I see what you're saying.
That's a destructive behavior, and you got to overcome that and still like, bro, I'm still your friend, but I don't want to see you do something dumb.
And it's just because I feel because it's like that, like the double edge. Because like you my friend, like I don't want to confront you as my friend, but I know you need to be in class because I need to be in class.
And we'll grow together.
Yeah, we both need to be in class.
And again, going back to football, and going back to coaching, now it's like, yo, if you're not in class, that means you're ineligible, and I need you to play. So like, me letting that slide is not being a good leader. So,
and you just got to become like comfortable with having those like difficult conversations and just it's really the difficult conversations, because it's those conversations that are the most difficult that always need to be had.
Now, here's the thing, though. If you don't agree with what somebody's doing, like a destructive behavior, and they don't want to change it, how does that affect the relationship?
If they're doing a destructive behavior and they don't want to change it,
Like,
how
this
does
is your
that?
man's.
How does that change? It's well, I feel like that goes back into
Like, your boy is
the
not
one that we
studying.
just had before. It's like the respect for others. Like, if I'm saying something that I see you doing and I see it being destructive, and I'm calling you out on it, I'm doing that out of respect for you, and out of respect for me, because I don't want you in a position, or I don't want you to put me in a position that we're both messed up.
Right.
So if I'm telling you about it and bringing it to you because I see it, like, now it's an issue. And if you don't have enough respect for me to be like, all right, bro, like, I got you. Like, I'm going to tighten up a little bit. That just goes to show how much respect you actually have, like, for me and even our friendship, or, you know, whatever, we're teammates, whatever the dynamic of our relationship is. But I feel like that becomes a respect thing. Like, if you really respect that other person, what they had to say, you'll at least take it into consideration and try to, you know, make better choices about the habits that you're doing.
I bring it up because there has been times in my life where I didn't even have to say anything. Some of my friends or like people that I was around kept me away from stuff because they were like, they had so much respect for what I was.
Yeah.
They were like, we're not doing that around you, or
you don't need to be with us.
You don't need to be with
us.
us.
Like, we're about to go do this. Like, we about to drop you off type. And that's like one of the things, like, you know, like, that's a difficult situation, because you even ask them, like, what y'all about to do? Like, why can't I come? It's like, nah, bro.
Or know. Sometimes, bro, let me out the car.
Yeah. Just let me out of the car.
Yeah. All right, number 4 is courage. People do not follow titles. They follow courage. One of the reasons everyone respected Harriet Tubman so much was her tremendous courage. She was determined to succeed, or she was going to die trying. She didn't let her danger stop her. Her mission was clear, and she was absolutely fearless. What's up? I go back to coaching, yo. You gotta, cause I don't know if you guys have ever gotten to the point where you're calling plays, but you have to have courage and be fearless, yo. Because you can do something completely wrong, and everybody's just going to be in the stands screaming, "What is he doing? He's the worst coach." Blah blah blah. And I've gotten to the point where it happens. I don't care. Like, I'm going to keep on going, or I'm going to die. Like not die trying, because I don't have to die on the field.
Yeah,
but like nothing. I'm not going to let your words or stuff kill me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, kill the progress. I'm not going to keep on. I'm not going to stifle myself because you're saying something or something went bad once. I'm not going to stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just got to be relentless. And I think Harriet Tubman was a good example of somebody being relentless, but she was doing something that was crazy.
Yes, her was a really life or death.
Yeah. So like when I saw her example, or you just see examples of our family members that had to go through stuff that were older than us, and they were literally in life or death situations, or you just study like the Black history figures, not only Harriet Tubman, but they were in real danger every day, and they had real courage. So me just getting on the field calling plays, like, that's not.
Yeah, it's not really.
So why would I stop? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in real danger, because I mean, if it goes bad, it just, you know what I'm saying, it goes bad for the game, but I'm not in real danger. But courage is a big thing, because it stops a lot of people. Like, you just got to be fearless, and whenever you're going for your goals, whenever you're going to set out to do something new or different. And I love what one of our coaches says. He says, bro, you got to be willing to sacrifice something. If you're gonna have courage and step out and become a new person and be fearless with it, there's something that's gonna on the back end that you gotta sacrifice, whether it be time, whether it be leisure, whether it be sleep, whether it be relationships with your family, time spent with your family. Something's going to suffer. However, if you have the courage to step out and keep going and keep trying, you're going to get your breakthrough. So,
yeah, facts. When I was reading this, I went back and I just looked up the definition of courage, and it said the ability to do something that frightens one. And when it said that, I'm like, well, it didn't say people don't respect titles, or like they respect courage. So I can see why, because a title can be given based off, a variety of different factors and whatever may go into that. And just because you have a title doesn't mean you had to have courage to get that title.
Right. You
So
could have just been, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, you could have
nepotism.
just been, like it could have been handed to you. You could have just walked into it, whatever the case may be. So when I heard like the word courage, and I understand like why the law of respect really like ties into that, because like if you didn't do something that you were scared to do in the first place, like how could somebody even have respect for you?
Yeah, or how can you talk to me because I'm frightened?
Yeah, because I'm scared, like, and being able to talk somebody through like a moment where they feel scared, and you had courage prior to, and you were able to like instill some of that courage into them. And I feel like that's when you
Or it's
start to
like,
become
bro,
a leader.
or they ask you, how'd you do that, bro? I was terrified.
I was
I was
scared.
too.
I didn't know what I was
You know
doing.
what this reminds me of too? Whenever we had like a presentation or a speech or stuff in class,
Yeah.
I was the first one, bro. I'm out. And I was scared. I was nervous, but I'm trying to get it
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
trying
the
to
way.
get it out. I'm trying to be
And
done.
boys used to look at me like, I don't know how you do that. Like, bro, because I'm scared.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
just got to do it.
I do it first, then I'm cool. I'm done.
Cool, I'm
I'm done.
So, like, stepping out in front of the crowd sometimes can be a sign of courage. But honestly, stuff do be scary.
Yeah.
And there's still things that, I could probably step out and do with my life that'll probably take it to another level. But I'd be nervous and scared to do it to this day. But if you have the courage, there's usually some type of blessing on the other side.
Yeah, on the other side. Yeah.
And things like that are easy. Like, if I did a presentation, and once you do it once, you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm cool.
I'm cool.
I got it now.
And now people are just expecting you. Okay, Chuck is gonna do it first.
Yeah, he got it.
He'll get all the other stuff out the way so that we can feel cool and do it. So, a lot of the times it is taking that step out for the courage, man. But so I like that one. Number 5, the way that you gain respect is success. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I thought this one was cool because there's so much more failure than success in what you do, but. It says success is very attractive. People are naturally drawn to it. It's one reason why people in our society are so focused on celebrities' lives and cheer for their favorite sports teams and follow the careers of music stars because they're successful. Success is even more important when it applies to people who lead us. People respect others' accomplishments. And it's hard to argue with a good track record. So when leaders are successful in their own endeavors, people respect them. So I go back to the example of talking in front of the class. I usually go first, but even though I go first, it's because I'm so anxious and scared that I prepared. So that preparation made my presentation good. So I was able to lead the class because I had success in you feel me?
Yeah.
So like it was kind of like a double-edged sword so it did two things in one. You had the courage to step out, but the fear drove my success.
Yeah.
So, and again, it goes to coaching. Sometimes, Lil, I'll be scared. But when you get that play call where it works or you score a touchdown, it's like, all right, bet.
We good. I got it.
Now we can do it.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
And I'm still scared every game. Every game, you still get nervous and stuff. You still get the jitters. But once you get that first call and it's like, okay, that worked. We got a first down. All right, now we're cool. Now we in a rhythm. Now we got the next first down. Oh, we scored first? Oh, yeah, we're really cool. So now we can go after it.
Something I think about when we talk about success is just people only see like the success, but they don't see like the work that went into the success.
Facts.
So like when it said like people like it's attractive, like you have a track record, but they don't see all like the behind the scenes that went into like the track record.
So you disagree with this one a little bit?
Just a little bit, because like it's easy to be attracted. Like if I want to be let's just do like track running for example, like
right.
or the Olympics. The Olympics is every 4 years. You get out there and you run for 10 seconds max. People only see that 10 seconds.
But they don't see
They don't see the whole 4 years you've been running, the ups, the downs, possibly the injuries, all that type of stuff. They only see the 10 seconds. And then they base that 10 seconds if you are successful or if you're not.
Okay.
And you could be training your whole life. You could have just PR'd, ran the best sprint you ever ran. But since you didn't run first, since you didn't win first, now you're just, oh no, you're not successful. Yeah, like you ain't win. But whole time, like I've been putting in this work. Like I ran the best I ever ran. Like
yeah.
So it's like
I could feel that too.
So I mean I feel you like how it can like it draws the eyes, but people don't really understand. But people also love a good story too. Like just because you ain't win, just because you didn't win that time, doesn't mean you'll never win.
So here's the question: how do we get people to respect the grind? Because the process, we're going back to
the law of process.
Facts. How do we get people to respect the process instead of the successes?
I feel like
Or is number 5 just one of those things that it's in there because people respect success, but it's not one of the strongest factors?
it's really, I think that's depending on a person.
Yeah.
Because like if you've been through a grind and you had moments where you put in so much work but you didn't have success, you have more respect for people that like also did it as well. Like if you always been successful your whole life and you never took a L, like you can't respect like a loser. Like I always been a winner.
Yeah.
You got
So
people
you
like
kinda
that in the
need
world.
backstory.
Yeah, like people in the world be like I always been a winner. I never did that. Like I never lost. I always been number one. So like. And there's certain people that is truthful. Like they always been they've been number one in their class. They've been number one recruit. Like they're number one on the leaderboard. Like they always been number one. So it's like hard to like take that away from them.
Yeah.
But you're looking at it from a different lens.
You're
like,
just looking at the
yeah,
successes.
like they're only doing that because that's what they know. Like you only gonna be accustomed to what you know. Like if you had some success, had some failures, had some in betweens, like you got a lot more respect for somebody that say, look, I might not have won, but I did the best I could do today, and that's all that's all I could do.
I feel that on a whole bunch of different levels.
So
again, going back to coaching, I be putting work in. I be putting crazy hours, and my players and coaches, they respect it.
Yeah,
because they know, because they can see it. Because like when practice is scheduled or we doing an install, they're like, oh, this is in depth. Like,
but people don't see that. Though.
They don't see that.
They still
on
see
Friday night. They just see
a W or a L.
They just see a W or a L.
So like when it comes to the success, I feel like it's not as cut and dry. It can be attractive, but people they love you when you winning. They hate you when you losing.
Hate it.
Like they love everybody loves a winner. You take that one loss, now you're the worst person ever.
I'll go to the classroom too. You have a student who literally is gifted, and they don't have any struggles getting good grades in school. So they just like this. They just have a whole bunch of successes, but also can they be? Sometimes they're not respected. Sometimes they are if they're a good, genuine person and they got respect for others. I'll give an example. I'm not going to use her name. Let's just call her, I don't know,
Jane Doe.
We'll call her Jane Doe. She was really smart, but her true attribute was how she helped everybody else around her.
Yeah. And
I would sit there like, yo, Jane, why are you helping XYZ? Y'all could have went to recess. Like he could stay here with me. She was like, no, well, I wanted to see them, sir. And I'd be like, for real? And you're a third grader doing that? Like, that's dope.
Yeah.
So
that's what, I feel like, that's, depends. I feel like that's a variable one.
That's a good conversation because success is definitely something that people look at, but it doesn't tell the whole story.
It doesn't tell the whole story.
One of the things that do tell story though is number 6. It's loyalty. It says we live in an era of free agency. The average worker, according to one source, will change occupations 10 times by the time he reaches the age of 36. Professional athletes hop from team to team. We see that. And this book was written 10 years ago? 15 years ago. He didn't even know about the NIL stuff. But athletes are not loyal. They're hopping from place to place. What can you do for me? It says CEOs negotiate ridiculously high financial packages, but when things go wrong, they bail out. So loyalty is cool. Not now. It goes into what you're saying. It's not all about a success. Are you going to stick by my side while it's going bad? Or are you going to stick to the process while it's going bad? And that's what number 6 is.
And when I think about loyalty, I just think about some of the teams that I've been on. Like Sarah, for example. Sarah was cheese.
We just stayed loyal to it.
Like, they didn't win a game before we got there. Like, they was going and bottom of the barrel type. And, going, because, that's not, that wasn't my home district or nothing. Like, I could have went to a winning school. Like, I could have...
Facts.
Used my uncle's address, went to a different school, different program.
Could have been a bigger school, all that.
Yeah, but my whole thing was I'm gonna stay loyal to the ground because I seen something that they would that Hoey was preaching about, our head coach was preaching about, that I seen that we could have put together. But everybody else was so worried on the now that they didn't see it.
They didn't stick to the
process. They didn't remain loyal. And certain things aren't for other people, but they go back and we always say if we would have stayed together, we would have been. We would have won. We would have won this. We would have won that. Instead of only one of us winning the championship, all 5 of us could have had 3.
But the crazy part about it is you even see that in high school sports now.
Yeah.
People are jumping ship to other teams and there's no loyalty.
It's
You'll
just
have
like
a high school kid that will go to 3 different teams in 3 years.
we got
Like, what are
college
you
people
learning?
going to 3 different schools in 3 different years. And my thing is like it's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not,
get your money.
yeah, get your money, but like
But bro, you gotta stick with
like
like if
when
you
are you
stay
going to
together,
settle down? Like if it's always about a dollar, like
or it's
you're
always
always going to be
about,
chasing a dollar,
or it's always about the immediate success.
and then you don't get it. Then what?
Are you going to like? Can I respect you? Because it goes back to respect. Can I
Yeah,
respect you if you're at the first sign of danger, you flee?
yeah,
Can I respect you? At the first sign of adversity,
you're
I know
out.
you're not going to be loyal to me.
You're looking for the next.
You're looking for the next.
You don't like what I say.
You're looking for the next success to latch on to.
You don't like what I
So
say, so I'm out. Man, he always trying. I'm out, bro. I'm
I don't
out.
like what you're saying
I'm
because
out.
then look, here's another thing. Good leadership, it says you overcome difficulties and you confront destructive behavior. So if you're a player and you're doing something that's destructive, you're not going to be are you going to be loyal?
Or you
Like,
gonna
I'm
be
just
out.
trying to confront you. So are we going to get through this together, or are you going to jump ship? Now, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that there's abusive things that don't happen. That's
Yeah, that's
for
fair.
sure. But a lot of the situations, you'll have a player that just doesn't get as many snaps as he wants to his sophomore year.
Or
And he be
that's
out.
or somebody that's feeding them that they're better than what they are, and that goes back to the grind. Like, you feel me? Just because what you did when you was 15 or 14. You feel me? Like we're in the whole like you're still
in high
trying to do the
school now.
same
You
thing.
still gotta
Yeah,
get it.
like yo, Lord, if you don't want to do nothing, you just think you're still a little man from the Mighty Mites.
And what you do on Friday matters. Like,
Matters.
I know, like, the 7-on-7 circuit is great, but stay loyal to a team, grind out, make a name for yourself,
Remain loyal,
and then you'll be respected.
at least at the bare minimum.
And I'm not saying there's not respected figures that because there's situations with parents and families.
Things do happen, and you know when those things happen, and it's the right time
But I
or
do
whatever.
feel like there is some exploitation going on, and people just aren't loyal anymore.
Yeah.
They're not loyal to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, it is even like with jobs and stuff. Like, whenever I started student teaching, my principal was like, "Just are you, like, when you graduate, where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm staying here. Like, I ain't got no reason to leave. I like the people here. Like, I'm staying loyal to y'all. I'm not moving."
And there's nothing wrong with looking for other opportunities either. I'm not saying like just remain loyal just because like your loyalty
But
should
boys
be on
is making
100.
lateral movement.
Yeah.
Like, they're just going this way. Like, I can understand
if you're going here,
if you go here, if you
feel
jump
me?
up. But boys is just
I'm here to here.
oh, they winning over there. Let me
Let me hop on that. Yeah. You making the same amount of money. You doing everything the same job title, but you want to go here because they sponsored by Nike.
Or you went here thinking you was about to get a better offer, and you ended up at the same D2 I'm at.
And we in the same conference.
Yeah, bro. It's there's not a lot of loyalty out here, and I don't know where the culture shifted, and I don't know if I have any. What do you call that? I don't know if I have any solutions either, Lil. But again,
I really just think that's a character trait though. Like, I don't think like that's something that I guess loyalty can be taught, but it's like I feel like it's a character trait. Like either
I'm going back to our mindset. Like, we're a very similar thinking people. There's some things that people do that we would never even. It wouldn't even cross our mind.
Yeah.
So some of this disloyal stuff that we see going on, I wouldn't even like. Bro, once I sign on and I say I'm with you, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with the team.
Yeah,
unless there is something like
something that goes up,
or like or so crazy that I just can't stand that environment no more. Like it's detrimental to how I'm,
or I'm being a leader of myself and I'm confronting a destructive behavior and you don't want to change it. I'm out.
Yeah, so like,
or if I just get a vertical opportunity, like I can't be mad at somebody who goes up.
Yeah. Of course.
I feel like sometimes that is met with hate, but I can't be mad at somebody that goes up. Like, you're advancing your life and your career. Go do that.
And just because you go up doesn't always mean it's the best situation for you either, though.
And it doesn't mean I'm going to go down.
Yeah.
Like, my time's coming too. All right, we got one more. Number 7 is the value added to others. Perhaps the greatest source of respect for a leader comes from his or her dedication to adding value to others. Because I've already discussed this intensely in the law of addition, which we did, we're not going to say much here.
Yeah, I feel like from the law of addition until like seeing this repeated throughout the chapters, I feel like I have implemented this into my life a lot more now. I feel like if I can't add some type of value to others, or if I'm not bringing any type of value to others, I really don't need to be in that situation, or we don't need to be communicating, to be honest with you, because like if I'm not adding any value, you're not adding any value. Like,
what are we doing?
That's the same horizontal that we be talking about. Like, what are we doing here? And I feel like sometimes, you know.
Do you ever find yourself getting frustrated though?
Yes, all the time.
Like, what are we doing, or what are we talking about?
Or
like sometimes conversations like make you like you don't even want to be part of it, or you get upset because it's like, bro, I don't understand why we're talking about this.
But I'll just, you know, I just remove myself from those situations or those topics, because I mean, you know, everybody doesn't view the same things that I view things, and I don't have, at this point, I'm not arguing with nobody's view. If that's how you view it, you got it, bro. That's all I say. You got it. But hey, bro, you got it. I don't want to. You got it, bro. That's how you view it. I'm not gonna argue with your opinion, because your opinion is always gonna be right, because it's your opinion.
And I don't feel like it.
And I don't feel like it either. So yeah, that's just how I go about moving about that. So yeah, we'll keep it there.
But yeah, we talked about that in episode 5 or whatever it was. So
yeah, a couple chapters back.
But hey, there's one question
we gonna answer to wrap up the pod, man.
And it says, how do you react when you are placed in a group with strong leaders? I hate it. Like, I hate it. Get them out of here. I start hating. I start trying to sabotage the group. Forget all of them.
I hate it here.
But honestly, how'd you answer this one? Because we had similar answers.
I said, like, when I'm placed in a strong group, and I respect each person in the group, and then I just find a place to insert myself where I could be a leader. Like, if somebody is the overall leader, you know, they're sitting at the top, and you know, we're all some type of leaders in the room. I just gotta find my position where I could lead at. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, the overall leader, because whatever the case may be, that's who we decided to be the overall leader or whatever. Yeah, you got it. Like, whatever it is, title or whatever. But I'm gonna find a way to insert myself as a leader in whatever role that we have to complete the job, or, you know, whatever we're doing.
You know, it's kind of like some people be not afraid to do that, but like their pride and ego doesn't let them do that.
Yeah,
like, bro, it's okay if he's a better leader in this situation, or if it's his time to shine.
Yeah, and you got to let people shine, because like you never know, because if you let that person shine and you help them get they shine, they gonna put you on in the back end. They gonna look out for you.
Your time is coming, bro.
So it's like,
just not your turn yet.
Yeah, and it's not. And you should be able to learn from somebody that's at the top. And if you want to be at the top so bad, why are you trying to block they shine? Like,
but here's the other thing: are we sticking to the process, or are we just focusing on the successes of the top spot? Are you doing the things in the day-to-day routine procedures?
Are you trying to figure out why they got that?
Yeah, like there's a reason. Sometimes, most of the time, there's a reason a person is where you want to be.
Yeah, facts.
Whether it is, and sometimes you might be in a position that you are in because you didn't learn what you needed to learn before you could move up. Mm-hmm. And I believe that completely. Like, you really have to master where you're at for you to get the next position.
And that's cool.
So like I don't think your next blessing comes until you're able to master what God already gives you. So like, if let's just say, I don't know, man. Let's see. What's a little example that I can do that's generic?
I seen this the other day. Your house.
Your crib.
Your crib is a perfect one. If my crib is running shreds, done messy, how am I gonna get blessed with a bigger and better house?
Bigger crib.
It's just gonna be a bigger and better mess.
I want a better car, but the joint that I gave you is trash. How are you going to respect them? How are you going to be? I don't know, man.
I just feel like, that's the same thing. Like, anything that you have now,
you gotta respect.
You had the resources to get it, or you gained it by some way, and how you respect those things and how you treat those things that what you have now is going to determine, like, you know, how you treat things in the future. How are you going to
take care of this blessing that I give you?
So,
because if you take care of this blessing, then you're going to get a bigger one.
And
I think about that all the time.
You got to be in the moment. I feel like the in the moment thing is like one of the best things.
And you're going to miss something. Like, whatever stage or level you're at, there's something that you're going to learn
and that's why you are where you are.
Like, right now, like when I install plays or I install a play package or we put in the offense, I use a lot of diagrams and pictures and stuff, like, and I draw it. But a lot of the stuff that I do now it started when I was a special teams coordinator,
Right.
or a positional coach.
When I was just your main
And
priority.
I didn't even want to be a special teams coordinator.
Yeah.
Like I came in just to be a positional coach.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never did special teams. I ain't never talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the stuff that I did as a special teams coordinator, because I didn't think about, oh, I got shorted, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, this is where I'm at. I'm about to lead this part.
And do this the best I can
And learn everything I can from it. And a lot of the things that I started doing, watching film with special teams, I carried it over to being an offensive coordinator. A lot of the diagrams and pictures that I drew, a lot of the
full circle moment.
It came back. So like, it's like, bro, you can't skip steps in the process to success. I really don't think that you can skip steps.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of like magic with people that are successful. Like, boys that are in the NFL, they didn't skip steps. Like, they really put the work in. Yeah, they put that work in. Like, you didn't see it, but they didn't skip any steps. So, man, that's what I get. But also, I mean, we went off on a tangent. But number 7 said, when you're placed in a group of strong leaders, what happens? I said I elevate too. It actually motivates me, because sometimes when you're doing what you're supposed to do, or you have a high level of, and I'm not saying I'm the best leader, let's say I'm a level 8. A lot of times you don't see any other 8s for a long time where you're at, or you'll see, or everybody's at 8 where you're at. Like, say if you're on a scale of 1 to 10 of leadership, if you're a level 8, you'll either see all 8s, or you will see people beneath you. Yeah. And you'll get kind of like, not complacent, but you'll get stagnant. Like, I'm doing better than this dude, so like. Yeah, like I should be. But now, when you get in around a person that's a 9 or a 10 level leader, it's like, okay, there's another level. I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know that. So now I gotta get back on my game. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, the coaching staff that I'm a part of now, I wasn't about to go back and get my master's. Like, I didn't want to, because I was like, bro, I got my bachelor's. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Straight. It's cool. But I seen all them dudes, they either had their master's, and one of them was working on their doctorate. I'm like, whoa, hold up. There's another level. Yeah. But instead of hating and saying, well, I can't do that because I ain't got the, or I can't do that because I ain't got the time, or I'm not as smart as, finding excuses, I was just like, oh, y'all ain't turning up? Let me match. All right, no, see, I didn't know that. Okay, that's what we on. Then let's go then. So that's how I feel. Like, I think when I'm surrounded by strong leaders, it makes me a better one. And it goes back to the company you keep. If I show you, man, I tell my 5th graders too, whenever they leave, bro, if you hang around 3 fools, you'll be the 4th one. Mm-hmm. If you hang around 3 idiots, you'll be the 4th one. But if you hang around 3 successful people, you'll be the 4th success. If you hang around 3 respectful people, you'll be the 4th person of respect. Yeah. So that's the law of respect, man. Chapter 7. This went longer than we planned. Yeah, but that was a good topic. We're gonna be back for 8, and what's 8? The law of intuition. Yeah, the law of intuition is next. This is the feels. When you get a vibe, what you gonna do? We gonna be on that next, and yeah, man. We'll be back for another one. We getting back on it. We're going to start banging out these episodes, and we'll see y'all soon. All right, y'all. Yeah.